The non-capital murder case brought against Victoria St. Mark resident Mitch Phillip in connection with the May 30th, 2020 death of his 23-year-old common-law wife, Shennel Alexis, commenced at the St. George's No. 1 High Court on Monday. The matter gets underway nearly 1 year after the 51-year-old Phillip was committed to stand trial in the High Court for non-capital murder at the end of his preliminary inquiry before Magistrate Francine Foster at the Victoria Magistrates Court in November 2021. Phillip, a joiner of Queen Street in Victoria St. Mark, was 49 years old when he was charged in June 2020 as the main suspect in connection with the death of the young mother of two, based on information contained in a 7-page report done by top Trinidad and Tobago forensic scientist Professor Hubert Daisley, who found that she did not die from natural causes but in suspicious circumstances. It took officials approximately 3 weeks to determine the actual cause of Shennel's death. A first autopsy done by pathologists at the St. George's General Hospital did not reach a conclusive determination on the cause of the death, and the state turned to Professor Daisley, whose findings indicated that Shennel died from excessive bleeding due to a botched medical operation. The forensic expert noted that some form of rigid instrument was pushed up into the private part of the deceased, who was about 12 to 15 weeks pregnant at the time of her death. The report also found that there was also evidence of force being used to subdue the deceased before her death based on impressions seen on her legs and thighs. Shennel reportedly died shortly after being taken to the General Hospital by the murder accused during the early morning hours of May 30th, 2020. The prosecution team, led by Senior Crown Counsel Howard Pinnock, will call some 11 witnesses to provide evidence of circumstance in the matter before the court. Phillip, who faces a maximum penalty of life imprisonment if convicted on the non-capital murder charge, is currently on bail and is being represented by attorney Jerry Edwin for his defense in the trial, which comes 2.5 years after Shennel's death. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.